Guys, want to get to some Detroit Lions talk because this offseason, one of the things that I think the playoffs have done for everybody is kind of gives you a blueprint how teams are going about winning championships. And obviously the quarterback position is a big thing, but up front and defensively too. So ESPN went, kind of team by team a couple of days ago, and they talked about what the Detroit Lions' biggest offseason prediction was. And I'm going to read it for you. They have 8 total draft picks, $27.5 million under the cap, 2 first-round picks. Here it is. Big prediction for the Lions offseason. The Lions will go on a defensive spending spree with veteran defenders attracted to playing for no-nonsense coach Dan Campbell. Lavonte David, that's a name that we've mentioned here, will set the tone for the defense next to Malcolm Rodriguez, that inside linebacker. James Bradbury will give the Lions a solid veteran cornerback to line up opposite Jeff Okudah. And at safety, Von Bell replaces Deshaun Elliott next to second-year free safety Kirby Joseph. It's fun. I don't want to say, I'm not going to say I told you so, but this is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You sign free agents every level, defensive line, linebacker, and safety. And that is how, and you let these guys, Aiden Hutchinson, Josh Paschal, Malcolm Rodriguez, the Jackson State, James Houston. Let these guys develop. That is where you're going to start getting better when these rookies, these 5 rookies really last year defensively, are going to get so much better for you in year 2 than they were in year 1. That's how I think you attack it. Again, Von Bell from Cincinnati, James Bradbury from Philadelphia, and Lavonte David from Tampa Bay, 2 of the 3 players still playing right now.
Yeah, 100%. Good thing about it is, and we talk about this, is also it adds players that have experience, players that have championship, players that understand how to mold younger players, how to bring them along, how to get them in line, how to give, when you're young, Ryan, in this league, and you don't have any veteran mentorship or any veterans helping you out, any veterans bringing you along, any veterans showing you how to do it, you're just grasping at straws. You're trying to figure out how to watch film. I'm trying to figure out how to study film. Mm-hmm. What am I studying when I'm watching film? When I'm going out and practice by myself, what am I looking for? What are the things I'm trying to work on? A lot of these veterans can come in and teach you that. So that's another reason why you want to get these veterans in there. Lavonte David is a Super Bowl winner, and he was a catalyst for why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won that Super Bowl 2 years ago. So you bring in a guy like that. Or even a Devin Bush. I mean, look at Lavonte David, and one thing about him is he's 33. Devin Bush is a little younger, but that cachet, Super Bowl champion, Bradbury, they're about to be in the Super Bowl if they beat the 49ers. If not, still a damn good DB that can work with the younger guys on the team. Kirby Joseph, an exceptional safety. But you don't think he could benefit from a Von Bell? You don't think he could benefit? So I think this is great moves. And these guys won't be super expensive. Bradbury may cost you a pretty penny, but these guys won't be extremely expensive, and it allows you to play in the draft. It allows you to have fun in the draft and be more relaxed, if you will. So I like these moves, and that's what we're talking about. Saving some of that, some of those draft picks on trying to go out and getting a player that needs to start right now when it's not there. Sometimes it's not there. That's fine. We'll just get them in free agency. It won't cost that much money, and then we can draft how we want to.
I'm curious to see what the Lions do. You forget they're going to get Tracy Walker back this year too. Now, do you need to sign a Von Bell? But I think you might have to. The only problem, and here's where I'll defer to you on this, and we've mentioned this before, but Tracy Walker and Kirby Joseph play the same position. Kirby Joseph's got to play the free safety next year. I mean, he just does. I mean, he's a ball-hawking free safety that got better each and every week as the year went on. He's only going to get better from here. Tracy Walker, on the other hand, when he moves from free side, strong side, I mean, that's how difficult is that when you play a position that you're not used to playing? It's not your natural position. How quickly do you learn that? Are you able to do that?
Tracy Walker might be out of a job. And I'm going to tell you like this. Playing strong is tough Yeah, it's a tough switch because strong safeties are usually they're somewhat of a linebacker,
yeah,
somewhat of a safety. Like they have DB skills, but they have more linebacker skills. So to have somebody as a free safety that controls the offense, controls the defense, likes to be a ball hawk, likes to roam around, likes to be free range, plays. He's a DB. He's in the secondary. He's the mind of the secondary. It's tough to go to strong safety. It's tough to go in that box. Like Tracy Walker he's a skinnier dude, if you will, like tall but skinnier, lanky dude. Man, it's some big boys down there. It's some big running backs. It's some big fullbacks. Like when you play strong safety, you're gonna have to go hit Juszczyk sometimes. The fullback from the 49ers.
Yeah. Kyle
Juszczyk. Hey, it's a big dude. It's some big tight ends in the league. Like when you play strong safety, look at the big tight ends the Lions have. Brian Wright's a big dude. Zylstra's a big guy. Like you look at these tight. Some of these dudes are big. Now you got to go in there and bang with them. Marlon Jackson moved from corner. Now this is different. Moved from corner to strong safety when we were in Michigan because we want to keep all our best DBs on the field. Man, you start having shoulder problems. You start having like little tweaks here and there. You start getting banged up in his head because you're doing more. You're doing more banging. You're banging with guys, so it's a tough switch. And you're talking about doing this and learning this off of an Achilles injury.
Right.
One of the worst injuries you can get, Achilles injury and patella tendon. And microfracture. Those are the injuries that you never necessarily come back 100%. So it's a tough switch and coming off a tough time for him with the injury. That just might be a contract that gets eaten.
Lavonte David is a name. I think that would be just a slam dunk signing for them. Now he's a little bit long in the tooth, but we see guys. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you take care of your body in today's NFL, in today's world, that's just what it is. I mean, Lavonte David can come here and bring a championship mentality to this Lions defense, and it's something that I think you thought or you hoped you were going to get from who's the defensive lineman from the Rams? Michael Brockers. You were hoping he was going to add some veteran stability to this thing, and he was getting healthy scratched left and right throughout the season. He did not provide that, but a guy like Lavonte David might be able to do that.
I love Lavonte David, and I was all on board when you said it. I think I brought up two names. I said Devin Bush or Lavonte David. The more I've had time to think about it, I mean, Lavonte is definitely the one you bring in. You're going to pay him more money, but you bring him in, he instantly brings in championship cachet. He instantly brings in a leader of a defense that was, one of those defenses in the playoffs. Like that Tampa Bay defense had one of the best runs that we've seen defensively in the past 15 years or so. So he definitely brings that with him. But at the same time, that 33, you bring a guy like Devin Bush, and it's not because I went to Michigan. This isn't a Michigan thing. It's just I'm looking at a guy that got drafted in the 2017 draft. He was injured a little bit, nothing necessarily majorly. He's trying to find his levels. We've seen him when he's healthy. He's a stud when he's healthy. In the NFL, not even college. He's a stud when he's healthy. He can hit. He's a leader. He can run. He's a side-to-side guy. He can play the pass. He's a guy that's nice that hasn't necessarily had a full season health-wise and a season with the Steelers because they've struggled. The Steelers haven't been the same Steelers. Now they've been 50 or above, at the 50% mark or above. So no losing seasons for Mike Tomlin, but they haven't been the same Steelers necessarily that we remember. He needs another shot, fresh air. We talk about it all the time. Get a guy, put him in a fresh situation, new situation. He's a hard worker. He's a fast guy. He's physical. You saw what he was at Michigan. He's still that same guy. Look at what that defense they're trying to build under Aaron Glenn. This could be a guy that could be there for some years, Ryan Ermanni. You're not just looking for a guy like Lavonte David that could be there for 3 years, 4 years. Devin Bush could be a Detroit Lion for the better part of 8 years or so.
We'll go around the NFL then.